Hello dear traders, welcome back to InstaTV for another portion of financial news for today. Forex calmed down following the eventful trading day, which did not bring surprises. The Federal Reserve confirmed the patient approach in the minutes of the March policy meeting. At the same time, the ECB underscored growing risks to the eurozone's economy. At the emergency summit, the EU leaders extended the deadline for the UK to leave the EU until October 31st. Besides, the UK retains the right to exit the Union before the deadline if the Brexit deal is ratified by British lawmakers earlier. The dollar-yen pair was trading lower in the Asian session. Asian investors are in the wait-and-see mood, despite welcome news on the trade talks between the US and China and the Brexit extension. The Financial Times reported that Washington and Beijing moved a step closer to making a trade deal. Today, traders are anticipating a raft of economic data from the US. The risk sentiment dampened in the Asian trade in light of mixed data from Japan. Foreign investment in Japan stocks contracted to 1.754 trillion yen, but a volume of investment in foreign bonds rose by 1.464 trillion yen. Meanwhile, yields of 10-year US Treasuries, which are viewed as a barometer of broader risk sentiment, remained unchanged at 2.47%. In the Asian session, the Australian versus the US dollar pair dipped to 0.7165. Yesterday, the pair hit a 6-week high amid progress in the US-China trade talks and upbeat inflation data from Australia. However, mixed inflation data from China dented investor confidence. China's consumer price index slipped to 0.4% in March from 1% in February, missing expectations. On the plus side, a producer price index climbed 0.4% in annual terms, in line with the forecast. Another reason for cautious sentiment is a decline in Australia's inflation expectations to 3.9% from 4.1% earlier. Negative data from China is bearish for the Australian dollar. Having absorbed a batch of macroeconomic data, investors are alert to a speech by Reserve Bank of Australia Deputy Governor Guy Debelle. Another important report is unemployment claims in the US. The US dollar index shed 0.04% to 96.523, the lowest mark in 2 weeks. At present, market sentiment depends on developments in the US-China trade talks and Brexit-related news, as these events are the main sources of risks. North Korea is another source of turbulence, as its leader Kim Jong-un said that he's ready to deliver a severe blow to those who impose sanctions. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. See you back soon.